This happened a week or so ago, and there were a lot of things that happened, and I'm sure Will really wants to talk about all these things. SummerSlam happened.
Yes. Yes.
He's over there chomping his nails down. He's like, well, we're going to talk about wrestling! So, anyways, a lot of stuff happened at SummerSlam. Somebody died, almost.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was dead.
Got his skull cracked open by a train.
Just completely removed his brain, too. He ate it for sustenance.
Yeah.
It's the most gruesome thing I've ever seen.
So, SummerSlam. so SummerSlam. Okay, so one thing that happened was that Neville accidentally exposed himself in the ring, which
Neville
was,
Longbottom?
there was a
finally.
There was a tag team match where I think it was Sami Zayn and Neville were a tag team. I think they were facing the Dudley Boys. I could be wrong.
Okay.
And there was apparently a moment.
Dudley's like 40-something?
Well, they actually retired on Monday night. Retired, yeah.
Like Sting?
They'll be back, yeah. Or at least Bubba Ray will be back.
Bubba.
So he accidentally exposes himself.
How do you accidentally...
It kind of just came out the side of his trunks.
Why isn't he wearing a cup?
I guess he just doesn't.
Is he stupid?
I don't know if a cup would be really that comfortable with those tight-ass trunks on that
Yeah,
they wear
probably
half the time.
Comfortable or not, I don't want my dick getting smashed.
It's a risky take. Ask
Not the
Batman.
risk I'm taking.
Batman risks his getting smashed every night. But he's protecting you.
That's what Batman does. He risks getting his dick smashed
every night.
by the Scarecrow and the likes of his rogues gallery.
Well, it's Scarecrow
Every
knows
night.
his fear. This is getting
dick
smashed.
Well, I'm sure it's a lot of guys' fear.
Thought it was bats. It was castration.
Castration doesn't remove your dick. What are you talking about?
I just say random things now. It's my new thing.
We're going to castrate you, sir. We're going to completely remove your dick.
It's my new thing.
You'll still be virile. You just can't do anything with it.
You just can't. You can never relieve yourself.
I was trying to see if there's a full list of results. That way I can touch upon stuff and don't forget anything.
Touch upon the exposure of yourself.
Touch upon the exposure. No, stop.
Should I just keep talking about Batman and his dick?
No.
He's already as prepared as I was with that Batman story.
Yeah.
Just poking fun, Will.
Yeah.
Just poking
Okay.
fun.
We know who does the better journalism in this room.
They were facing the Dudley Boys. Sheamus and Cesaro, right now they're in a best of 7 match series.
What kind of bullshit number is that?
I think it's because, hey, you guys are just going to wrestle each other for the next 2 months, so why don't we just make it seem like you're going towards a goal here in a best of 7 series, which you know they're going to draw it out 2-7.
You should have him do like Hercules, like 12 challenges or whatever. It should just be what it is.
One of them should hack the slave Brock Lesnar, man.
Yeah.
Give him a sword and shield.
Oh,
like,
no.
we're gonna send you into Brock's lair, and you gotta kill him.
We'll
just
we'll
sleeping
get
on-
to Mr. Laser.
You just go into Brock's cave, he's just sleeping on a pile of gold and bitches.
Fucking Conan now.
Breathing smoke out of his nose while he's sleeping.
In the first match of the main show, it was Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens against Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Chris Jericho actually won at a pay-per-view. Holy shit.
Wow.
Probably because he's sporting an awesome new mustache to go along with his scarves.
Or they probably
What?
figured we got.
Have you seen Jericho lately?
No.
It's fantastic.
Well, they probably figured they're like, DiCaprio finally got an Oscar.
Yeah.
So everybody likes this guy. We'll let him win one. We'll let him win one.
The next match, Charlotte defeated Sasha Banks for the women's title. It was a good match.
Banks or bangs?
Banks.
Okay.
That's a terrible name. Should have been Bangs.
But there was a moment in the match where Charlotte had Sasha kind of like up in the corner of the ring, and she was up on the ropes on either side, and Charlotte like moved her, and Sasha just falls right on her head,
She died just like that.
and I'm just like, that's not good. That's not
That wasn't
good at
part
all.
of the plan.
No, like it looked like she just almost died right there on the spot, broken neck.
I love that kind of shit because when they do the pay-per-view, that's supposed to be them at their highest, entertaining you to the best of their abilities, and you see more botches during the pay-per-views.
Well, I had an interesting observation that I'll mention at the end of all this because
Okay.
it all ties together. The next match was Miz defeating Apollo Crews, retaining his
I thought you were gonna say
Intercontinental
Apollo
Championship.
Creed.
I thought so too.
They keep calling him that. Like, Daniel Bryan accidentally called him that, and it became like a joke now.
Because it's the first thing you think of when
Yeah,
you hear that fucking
absolutely.
name. You're like Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
I know him.
Well, you even start the second name with K.
Correct.
Like,
Yeah.
so you're like, Creed,
Apollo
yeah.
The next match was my favorite match of the night. It was AJ Styles
Goddamn.
against John Cena, and it was awesome. A John Cena match that was actually not boring.
Because he lost.
He lost.
Well,
That's why it was
you
great,
can't
but-
always win, man.
but
You gotta be the
he-
hero that loses sometimes.
They did moves in this match that I've never seen John Cena do before. John Cena has his 5 moves of doom, or 6 moves of doom, that he does every match, and that's pretty much it.
It's like Triple H.
Pretty much. And you know what? They
Because
go
you
after
come
him
to
for
see
that,
those
but
movies.
but
Those
pretty
movies.
but pretty much any major wrestler, like star of all time, they really only have a few moves that they do. And that's just because they do them all the time. Ric Flair's the same way.
It's
but
because you
that's
come
a whole
to,
nother
you come
argument
to see
there.
that wrestler do that, though.
Yeah, exactly. Like if John Cena doesn't do the 5-knuckle shuffle, then I'm not going to be happy.
Well, that's not the facial hair.
No, it's not. I'm trying to find it,
He
though.
just looks sad in that picture.
But yeah, it was easily the match of the night. AJ Styles did win.
Yeah.
Hooray. He won clean.
Which everybody knew was going to happen.
He won clean, no interference. So he actually got a win over John Cena. Like that's awesome. Good for him.
I really, I know you say good for him, but I still look at that guy and I'm like, so that's going to be the world heavyweight. Yeah, him. That's what they're pushing.
Eventually.
That
here.
guy.
Eventually. He's good. Yes, he does not look the part, but he's good. The next match was for the tag team titles. Gallows and Anderson defeated the New Day, but they did not win the titles because Big E interfered in the match at the end. So New Day keeps the tag titles because the whole storyline behind this was that Gallows and Anderson pulled Big E against the turnbuckle, like wishboned him
Yeah.
to like hurt his genitalia.
Oh, cool.
So it was
You
a
can say
joke.
Dick. This
Well,
is
no,
an adult show.
they made it out to be his balls. So they're carrying like these
Castrated.
giant jars full of yellow liquid and eggs down to the ring. It's like, oh yeah, these are Big E's testicles. Yeah. It's wrestling. It's one of those. It's one of
Jason
those.
just fell out of his
It's
chair.
one of those moments where you gotta question. Yeah, I watch this and enjoy it. Huh.
I think
Who would ever believe that they just fucking took the guy's nuts
and got away
not
with it.
outside of a fucking operating room,
Yeah.
stole them, and put them in a jar, and now just parading them on TV?
Yeah.
It's just like he wakes up in a bathtub full of ice. He's like, uh-oh. Who took him?
I didn't say this was going to happen ever again other than the last time, man.
So the next match, which was odd placement in the card because there were several matches to go, was Dean Ambrose against Dolph Ziggler for the World Championship.
Okay.
You know, the big promo we talked about the
Yeah,
other week,
yeah. Yeah.
I'm that damn good. He lost. Dean Ambrose won.
Had
He
a feeling.
retains the belt.
Probably not.
It was okay. It wasn't really a great match, but it was okay. The next match was a 6-woman tag team match. Where
I don't want to be that guy, but that sounds really fucking boring, actually.
well, Nikki Bella came back. She's been out since
I don't know who any of
January.
these people are.
It's John Cena's girlfriend. She came back after neck surgery in January. It was a big deal.
How would she know?
they
She
thought-
can't see him.
They thought her career was over.
I think I'm married to John.
So she comes
He's never
out,
around.
and everybody. Usually, when a person comes back from a major injury, they come back to a lot of fan applause, and she did. But they put her on the heel team. Weird booking, because 2 days later on SmackDown, she's being attacked by somebody who's now a heel, and now she's a face. It makes no damn sense, but.
They're trying to confuse you into liking it.
Anyway, Nikki Bella won the match.
She won the match in a tag team match? Just her?
She got the pinfall.
Make her look strong.
So the next match was Finn Balor against Seth Rollins for the brand new WWE Universal Championship.
The hell does that even mean?
This is Raw's belt, basically. SmackDown got the world title. Raw's getting the Universal belt.
Well, I'd rather have the Universe belt. It's bigger.
But you have to see the Universe belt because it's red. It looks like a fruit roll-up.
I still want it.
It looks like the other belt just with red.
Yeah, but I'm with him. If you can be the best in the universe, that's better than the world. I mean, just by default, you're like, I'm already better than you, world champion. I take over the whole fucking universe.
But
I can
like
beat up
saying-
stuff we haven't even found yet.
So,
If they discover a monster in space, I'm already better than it.
so in a bit of a shock, Finn Balor just got called up to the main roster. He wins.
He just
But-
wins so that he gets called up.
He wins.
That's it.
But that's not the picture that's a very cleaned up looking picture. It looked a lot worse on SummerSlam, where it was just all red.
Does it kind of almost look like the?
It can't be that.
No.
Does it kind of almost look like the female world heavyweight champion belt?
Yes, but now how that has white strapping,
It's just straight red.
it's just straight red.
Okay.
So he wins, but the thing that really sucks is that during this match, there it is.
Let me see.
That's fucking tempting.
It does look like a fucking. It's like this clear plastic in the middle.
Yeah.
So it does look like it's made of candy.
Yeah.
I'd fucking try it. I'd try to eat it. Looks like candy, man.
So the thing that sucks is that during the match, there was a spot where Seth Rollins throws Finn into the railing outside, and when he
Every
hit,
time you're saying Finn, I'm picturing fucking Adventure Time.
Adventure Time.
Throwing Finn around the ring.
So he hits his elbow on the top, dislocates his shoulder,
Fuck yeah.
and then
This is getting
they
interesting.
take the camera off. He pops it back in, and finishes the match, but he tore his labrum, so he's going to be out 6 months, and they took the belt off of him the next night.
Well, yeah. If you can't do your job, you don't get the fucking keep
Yeah.
the belt.
Probably should have had a stronger shoulder socket.
Should have reinforced that shit.
If you
with
want to
some
be the
steel.
best in the
I'll give him
universe,
fucking credit though.
nothing should be popping out of anything.
I'll give him fucking credit. To dislocate your shoulder, tear your labrum, just pop it back in and finish the match.
First
and,
of all-
and that was halfway through the match.
You want to do this? Jackie Chan dies every movie he makes, and he finishes that bitch.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, comes
Jackie
back from
Chan's-
the fucking dead, bro.
Jackie Chan's from a different time and space.
So the next match was for the U.S. belt. It was Rusev against Roman Reigns. Match didn't happen. Because Reigns comes out and attacks Rusev before they even get in the ring. So the match just never happens.
Dude, fuck that. They should just let
Made
the
no
match go.
damn sense.
What is the next event anyway?
There's two. Because they're doing a Raw one and a SmackDown one.
Are they at the same time?
No.
Okay.
Because they're both on the network, so they can't be at the same time.
Okay.
So you have SmackDown's got Backlash, and Raw's going to have Clash of Champions.
Which one would you like to watch next? Because we were supposed to do SummerSlam and it just
We
fell
were,
at the wrong time.
and it was vacation time and stuff.
We'll do the next one. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Whatever.
Whatever
we
we're
can,
gonna be.
we can keep doing whichever ones. We can just keep going. Yeah.
So it brings us up to the main event. Bork Laser versus RKO Man.
RKO, man.
And I know a lot of people are going, why is he calling Bork Laser? Well, let me tell a little story like that. I don't think I've ever explained this.
No, I don't think we ever did.
In the early days of YouTube, anytime that you would upload something that was WWE related, they would seek it out and take it off. They would pull it down. You would get strikes. You would lose your channel.
Your
and
YouTube license, you couldn't
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
So basically,
You have to
what
start a
people
new
would
one.
do is they would get around those search bots and they would just make up names. And Bork Laser was Brock Lesnar's name. Kurt Angle was Angleman.
Angleman?
And there were several others too, but my favorite is a video title called Bork Laser Kills One-Legged Man. One-Legged Man was a wrestler named Zach Gowen who was a one-legged wrestler. But that's how they got around the kills one-legged man. But like if you go, I'm pretty sure there's one.
Fucking upright
There's a name for Undertaker too, but I can't think of it right now. But Bork Laser just always stuck because that is just a fantastic name. So
There's the
Below Steeler?
origin.
so
Is that the Undertaker's name? Below Steeler?
I don't know, but you will have to look it up at some point because there were several different ones. It was really good. Oh, Hulk Hogan was Hulk Hogan, HULLCOGAN. Hulk Hogan. Sorry, but anyway, so Orton versus Lesnar. They're pitching like, oh, Orton's gonna
Above Smuggler.
Yeah. They're gonna actually have a really good match here. Nah. Basically, Lesnar pretty much destroys him. I mean, Randy Orton did get in an RKO, but it didn't
Better
matter.
or worse than One Leg Man?
Oh, he did better than One Leg Man, but not much better than Cena last SummerSlam, where Cena basically got tossed around for
Didn't
about...
Cena get, like, his chest, just, like, ripped into and his heart pulled out? Like that scene in,
Yeah.
Alien?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
He did the Kano finisher on him.
Dude, we're, like, literally making Brock Lesnar into this, like, mythical beast.
Well, he kind of seemed like it at the end of this match. Because I know a lot of people have already seen the after effects, but they may not have actually seen what was happening. So there was a point in the match where Lesnar has Orton down, and he is just laying into him with the part of his forearm right around his elbow. Just laying into the top of his head.
It's not, and then...
To the point where then
MMA,
he stops doing it for a moment, and Orton kind of like leans over, and the blood just, it's not dripping, is just pouring out of Orton's head.
I've seen that before. It's called severe brain damage.
And Liza goes, did he blade? Because a lot of wrestlers, I mean, I know a lot of people that are listening and know about wrestling know what blading is, but it's when a wrestler will take a small razor blade and cut above their eyebrows. There's spots where you can cut.
They kind of get in the wrinkles of the forehead, yeah.
But you will cause bleeding, but not so much that you'll bleed out. And I'm like, no, he's not. He didn't blade, or if he did, Brock opened it up a lot more. So
he smelled blood in the water, man.
So he's bleeding out. The referee throws, because now anytime there's blood, the referees put on their latex gloves. One of the trainers came in the ring, and they actually call the match. Lesnar goes back and continues to hit Orton with the same part of his arm.
He doesn't know that it's not MMA.
He just keeps going, and there's more blood. So Shane McMahon comes out. And
What the fuck's he gonna do?
Shane McMahon's like,
shoot him?
Knock it off. And Lesnar gets up in McMahon's face. He starts laughing. And you hear Paul Heyman going, don't do it. Just get out of here. Just go. Get out of here. So he F5 Shane McMahon in the pool of blood.
Jesus, this is good.
Paul Heyman is screaming, what did you do? What did you do? Why did you do that?
Please tell me he just kept laughing.
Lesnar's still laughing as he's getting out of the ring. And he's walking to the back.
I'm sad I missed this.
And that's how the show ended. Orton's just bleeding. And Shane McMahon gets up and looks confused and pissed. Like, it's just like...
I would be too.
So apparently...
If your employee just fucking slammed the shitty into a pool of your other employee's blood and then walked off laughing, you tell me you wouldn't be pissed off and confused?
I'd be kind of pissed at myself, too, for putting myself in that kind of a situation in the workplace.
You should have brought a gun with you.
But, like, you know what? I did this partially to myself. I said, hey, there's a genetically modified maniac that works here. That earlier in the year, I saw him throw a car at somebody. And I said, hey, this looks like a good place to work.
Like, legitimately, if you don't have a Smith & Wesson 500 with you when you go to talk to Brock Lesnar, you're asking to die.
You need an anti-tank gun. Just to possibly get out of there alive.
So all this is going on.
It's going to stun him. That's it.
And the wrestlers are watching in the back. And they're getting pissed. Because they know that Lesnar's taking it too far. They knew it was supposed to end with him winning. So Chris Jericho comes out and talks to, each match has a person that works on it, like sort of choreographs the match with the wrestlers. They're called a producer.
Yeah.
And the producer for this match was Michael Hayes.
Okay.
Fred's favorite wrestler of all time. And so Jericho comes up and says to him, was that supposed to effing happen like that? And Hayes said, it was planned that way. It was planned that way. And Jericho says it's bullshit. Lesnar comes walking through the back. Jericho gets in Lesnar's face, gets him up against a wall.
Seriously?
And Lesnar says to him, this is all what was reported, either kiss me or hit me. And finally, they got them separated. But apparently, a lot of the guys are pissed about it. Orton told them it's fine. He knew how it was supposed to end. Lesnar apparently did take it a lot further than was the plan. I guess he was supposed to get a little bloody, not 10 staples bloody. But yeah, so Lesnar went way too far. And now the question is...
I'm shocked.
Will they do anything about it? Well, they did. They fined him $500.
Oh, I can pay that right now. Fuck you, WWE. Seriously?
Fine him $500.
It probably costs several $1,000s to fucking fix RKO Man's face.
Orton may have a scar there for the rest of his life, and that's like right there at his hairline. And like he's gotta live with that now. And
he's like, I go to eat dinner for that much money here.
It is just it's ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. And did it make for entertainment? Well, sure, but you could tell that not everybody was on the same page.
Yeah, it stops being good entertainment when the audience realizes this was not supposed to go down this way.
Do you think the thing with Jericho was scripted?
No, because they didn't show it.
Oh, okay, that wasn't
This all
shown.
came out after the fact. This was reported on after the fact.
Okay.
Not by WWE,
So then,
by
like,
other sources.
the other guys that are working there that night are like, "What the? He almost killed this guy. Was that supposed to happen?" And Jesus,
Jericho was
Christ.
the only one that was like, I got some balls, I'm gonna go and
Well, yeah,
approach this
Jericho
monster.
is not afraid of anything. Jericho is not afraid of anything,
That's
and I know.
stupid, that's a stupid stance to
And
take.
I know Daniel Bryan made some comments too, saying that he thought the match was bullshit, and he was pissed about it too. So
well, Daniel Bryan, him and The Miz aren't doing so hot right now.
oh my,
That one I can't tell if that's a spot or if that was genuine though.
well,
Because
so what you're talking about?
I'm talking, yeah, when they had
there's
the interview and the
Yeah, there's a new on SmackDown's on Tuesday nights, and now they're doing a thing after SmackDown on the network called Talking Smack. It's supposed to be like Talking Dead, kind of where it gets more real. The wrestlers talk more, they break the fourth wall a little bit more. Things get a little more shoot type promos where you really think it's real. And what had happened was there was a spot where Daniel Bryan was sitting there. They were talking about all the new title belts that they're bringing to SmackDown because they're each going to have their own and stuff.
yeah.
And The Miz comes out. The Miz is currently the Intercontinental Championship, and he goes, "Do you want to tell me why we're talking about all these belts and I'm your only current champion, well, besides Dean Ambrose, and I'm not even on the show tonight?" And Daniel Bryan told him that he's like, "Yeah, I mean, you have the title, but you wrestle like a coward." He said, you know, when I think of the soft WWE style that we used to talk about when I was working in independence, immediately think of you. You're a coward. And that's when Miz lays into him.
He goes off too.
Goes way off. And there was so much passion behind it that it really made you question whether it was real or not, because
the GM was also sitting there for the show, and she's like, "You're going a little too far." He's like, "You shut up." You know? He's like, shut up.
This is a great show, but I need to talk to him right now.
Yeah, it's a great show, but I'm talking to him. You keep your mouth shut.
And what he did was he called Bryan out. He said, you want to know who's a coward? He's like, "You're the coward. You're the person that came out and told all your fans that you were going to come back and that you were going to win this title back and you were going to do all this stuff, and you didn't." And Daniel Bryan goes, "Well, if they would let me come back, I would."
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Of course you would, because you love wrestling. You love the wrestling ring. Well, if you really love wrestling so much, why don't you quit and go wrestle in the bingo halls you used to wrestle in, and instead of being the coward that you are now?" and at this point, Daniel Bryan walks off, and he's like, "Don't you walk away from me. I'm the one that's been here for 10 years, wrestling, never getting injured, doing it every day, day in and day out. I'm the one that loves these people. I'm the one that loves this business." And he just goes way over the top. I mean, we're talking like mid-'80s Ric Flair promo.
Yeah,
You think he's going to have a heart attack. And you know, it's like...
his fucking forehead was vascular as shit. Like, he would look like he was going to explode. Like, it looked like genuine anger. Like,
and it was so funny because I'm watching this, and Liza's in the other room. She comes walking in, and her jaw is just dropped. She's like, "Is this real right now?" Because it felt so much like when CM Punk cut the promo years ago where he called people out by their real names and said that Vince McMahon was a bully and that the anti-bullying campaign was a joke and all this stuff, and you know, it felt kind of...
Vince McMahon is a fucking bully.
Yeah. It felt kind of like... Because I know there's not much love between Daniel Bryan and Miz from the very beginning.
I'll tell you, I can't take that name seriously at all, man. It's so awful.
Yeah, Miz sounds like a dollar store cheese store.
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
Either that or like a really cheap version, like not a knockoff, but a knockoff Sprite.
Yeah.
What you got there? I got some Miz.
That's some Miz.
You want to sip?
Miz Cola. It's fucking gross.
So I shared this
some?
video on Facebook, and it started a little bit of a debate as to how good Miz really is and how good Miz can be. Miz has been a world champion before, but nobody remembers it because he pushed him way too soon. He wasn't ready.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, but he is really passionate, and he's been doing this, like he said, for 10 years. A lot of people don't realize that. And he had no wrestling before that. He was on Real World. MTV's
What?
Real World.
Oh yeah.
And he, you know, he wanted to do this, and he created this character and everything, and he does whatever is asked of him. Any charity event, he goes and he speaks. Anything that they ask him to go do, go dress up in a chicken costume, he goes and he does it.
Yeah.
He's a company guy, and he's been given a lot of crappy, you know, half-assed title runs through the years and
our
stuff.
Good friend Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah. But